This video is going to be a little bit different, and I'm actually going to be making more of these style videos, which I'll be putting into a playlist on my YouTube channel, which will basically be Microsoft Flight Sim Bush Adventures. Now, predominantly it's going to be flying around Australia, and what it's actually going to be doing is following either real bush trips that I've been on in my four-wheel drive with some friends that we go camping with pretty regularly. We've got a pretty cool little camp crew, and whenever we can, maybe once or twice a year, we get out on some wild adventures. We've done the Bilbunya dunes down south, which is actually what this video is going to be on today. We've also done Dirk Hartog Island, which is the furthest, most western point of Western Australia, which ironically was where the Dutch first sailed around Australia and looked at possibly coming into Western Australia. Plus, I've got some epic places in Australia that we're planning for future camping trips. Now, fast forward to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 getting released, and we're actually getting some really good looking, low-level VFR style flying tessellation and the rendering of the bush. We've got the dynamic seasons now, and it really has made a huge difference in comparison to Flight Sim 2020. So this video is actually going to be retracing those steps, of which I have another YouTube channel called Limitless Camping and Adventures. Now, I'll put a link up in the video here to that channel, so you can check it out if you want. Most of those videos tend to be a bit more of a montage with music and slides and video. There's not a lot of talking, but I've decided to chop it up, put it into this video, and we're going to be taking off about, oh gosh, I reckon 200 to 300 clicks inland on our way to Bilbunya and then down to Cayguna, basically making our way down to the start of the Great Australia Bight. Then we adventure along to Twilight Cove, back through the Bilbunya dunes, which are the largest dune formations in the Southern Hemisphere here in Western Australia. I'm going to put in some video. We do some really cool stuff. We're also using the Say Intentions AI ATC. And that brings us to talking about today's sponsor for this video, Say Intentions AI. That is an incredible piece of software. I use it every single time I fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It supports the new FS2024 as well. And what that software can do in-game to increase that level of immersion, whether you're a novice pilot like me who's just flying VFR and having some fun, or if you're a really committed pilot that's wanting to really lift your game in the sim, that software is incredible. Plus, as a training tool for being able to get exposure to real ATC without the worry of getting in trouble or doing something wrong, it actually is still nerve-wracking communicating with the Say Intentions AI. But it's gentle, it's going to hold your hand, and there's options in there if you are more experienced to turn those, I guess, trainer wheels off and let the software really drive a full experience in ATC. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Bilbunya dunes, we are going to get into the rig. This video is going to be a banger. I've got tons more awesome adventures lined up. But let's get into the rig. We're going to be taking off about 200-300 clicks inland, and we're actually just near a mine site before we get to a salt flat that we camped on night one. Let's get into the video. Don't forget, like and subscribe, share this video with all your crazy friends. Let's go. All right, here we are. So we're actually not too far from a mine site. And this is pretty much where the adventure started. We trekked all the way from Perth, made our way just, really just south of Southern Cross. And I'll put up on the screen a map showing Australia and pretty much where we were. Now, my mate had planned this out, and we had trekked off down a access road, which we were allowed to travel down past this mine site. And what was really cool though is we actually put my drone in the air trying to find where the other part of the track was to get to basically a salt flat, and we didn't realize this mine was occupied. We put the drone in the air, we're sort of scouting around. It was in maintenance mode, so kind of shut down, but we had a couple of high-vis workers come over and question what we were doing, so it was a pretty exciting start to the trip. But we're going to get in the air. We're in the Zlin. We've got some rocks floating there, very normal for this part of Australia. They float about a foot off the ground, and certainly in Microsoft Flight Simulator they do. But we're probably sitting at about 6 o'clock, maybe 5:30 in the morning, and this is pretty much where the trip hit the red dirt and the adventure started. So let's get in the Zlin let's start her up and we are going to get underway. And right, we need to kick her in the guts. So let's get nav on. What do we need? We'll get strobes on. We're going to need magnetos and ignition start. Whoa, too much trouble there. All right, so let's just check flight controls. Okay, flight controls are good. We are looking good. All right, so we'll taxi around. And for anyone not sure, we are actually using the Say Intentions AI. It is an incredible piece of software and it really does give an extra level of immersion. And especially for the bush trips, I find when you're out in the backcountry, you're flying, it can get a bit lonely, but this certainly adds to that, that extra level of immersion. Okay, so we'll just get our mouse down and out of the way there. And wow, man, we got a real rocky outcrop through here, so we'll see if we can taxi around, get ourselves into a reasonable spot. And I reckon we might try and take off down through the middle of the rocks there. I love how we've got our little head torch because it's early morning. All right, so we're at half flaps and we are looking good. We're going to go full thrust. And rotate. Woohoo! We are in the air. Flaps up. Oh man. All right, so we're just going to have to get a bit of altitude here and see if we can get a visual on roughly where we want to be. Past that, I guess, sort of tailings dam or levelled area, just down in there. Yeah, okay, so this is the mine camp. Now, there should be a whole heap of little dongers. For anyone not from Australia, I mean, I don't know if dongers are a name in other parts of the world, but dongers are just like little demountables, little portable sleeping quarters. But this is actually the mine site, and we were heading up this access road that's in front of us here, and yeah, we put the drone in the air trying to find the salt flat that's up ahead, and yeah, a few people came wandering out. That's nuts. It's not quite modelled correctly. It actually looks modelled better in the map before you load into the game, which is a bit of a shame, but that's all right. Tell you what though, the red dirt and what they've done here is really good. That track, and we'll just try and follow that, is it's really outlined quite well. And the bush seems pretty good, pretty accurate. But night one camp was actually on this salt flat, and it was just amazing to camp there. Don't remember a house being there, but yeah, to camp on this salt flat for the night and cooked up a feed. We had the whole entire flat to ourselves. And the next morning, me and my mate Jace jumped in the four-wheel drives while the girls were back at camp and went for a burn. And we sneaky making our way into the centre of the salt flat, and it started to get pretty boggy. And I had caked on mud and sludge on my four-wheel drive for the whole trip. It was hilarious. Now, what's interesting is the time of year, because we've obviously got seasons now in 2024, but this looks like it's full of water, which it certainly wasn't when we camped down on here. So we were pretty much camping down around below us. Just there was where we were camping, and I might even see if we can get it down on that salt flat there, and we'll get out and have a cheeky look. We'll just go half flaps, just back off the throttle a little bit. Yeah, this salt flat was pretty much dry as a bone. Got a bit boggy when we made our way out to the. Oh, I don't think I'll make that. Oh, we might be able to. We'll just go full flaps here. Gotta love this Lin. All right, we're coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, you could land this thing on a 20-cent piece. Love it. We won't jump out here. Oh, we might. Why not? We'll jump out and have a bit of a look on the water's edge. Whew, it's a bit rough. Absolutely rough. And I'm actually running the SimHub software. I've made another video on the channel about it. And if you haven't checked that out, I'll put a link in the video up here now for that video, because SimHub and DR Sim Manager are two incredible bits of software for flight sim. So let's just, we'll just park you here for a sec, and we'll just pause the stick there for a moment. And righto, so I've got it all mapped to my controls, so we can pretty much press that button there, and hey presto, I jump out of the aircraft, and then let's have a look and see. Yeah, I've got a little thumbstick or hat stick on my controls here, and I can then pretty much control movement from my my HOTAS and my mouse. It's awesome. So I think we've got run. Yeah, we got run mapped. Look at these rocks. They just look so good. Oh, this is nuts. All right, make our way down to the water here, and we'll see what we got. Gosh, this is just awesome. Oh, I love it. Look at that water. Oh my God. Honestly, that is looking real. Wow. So cool. All right, let's jump back in. I'm jumping in from the wrong side, but that's all good. All right, and then I've got a buttoned map just there to be able to hop in, hop out. Interacting is awesome with the whole environment now. It's really, really cool. Traffic, experimental 3 Mike Bravo. We are taking off to the south, heading off from Emily Mine. Ooh, it is rough, man. Honestly, All right, we're at half flaps, and we are full berries. Okay, nose forward. Oh man, honestly, the motion rig and using the newer motion software is a joy. I mean, I'm all bumpy and rough as I'm taxiing down and then getting ready to take off, and you actually feel the point of liftoff because it just smooths out. It's buttery smooth. Wow, wow, wow. So pretty much from here, we are going to fly all the way down along pretty much an old track, and I'll put up some video in a minute and you'll see where we camped for night 2. We had camels come up to our campsite when we were watching the sunset. It was absolutely spectacular. And then we make our way down to Baladonia, and from Baladonia up to Cayguna Roadhouse, which is where we then make our way down to the coast to a place called Twilight Cove, which is pretty much the start of the, well really the start of the Great Australia Bight is where the Bilbunya dunes start, but we're pretty much down into the guts of the Great Australia Bight on Western Australia's side. So let's let's head to Baladonia, and on the way we'll stop and show you some footage of where we camped night 2 with the camels. Righto, we have arrived at Cayguna Roadhouse. Should just be approaching up here on our right. There is a small airstrip to our right, and we'll just radio. Cayguna, experimental 3 Mike Bravo. We are coming in for landing at your airstrip. All right, that looks like the roadhouse just there, and there looks like the airstrip. All right, so we probably want to enter a standard pattern here. We are on downwind. Time of day, it's around, I think it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We can see the sun just up in the top of the windscreen there. Cayguna, experimental 3 Mike Bravo. We are turning for final. It's a pretty aggressive turn I'm coming in on, but we're in the Zlin. Anything's possible. Got full flaps there. We'll just see if we can float her in. Man, just the feeling of landing on a dirt strip and the rumbling through the rig is absolutely ridiculous. All right, so we have made it. We're here at Cayguna Roadhouse. We're going to get some fuel. We're going to get this back in the air, and then we're basically following an access dirt road down to the coast. And I've got to tell you, this is really where the adventure really starts. We basically had four-wheel driving along the beach for kilometres and kilometres. We were the only people down at Twilight Cove. There was actually one other couple down there, but we pretty much had the whole place to ourselves. We camped at Twilight Cove. I'll roll some footage of that trip from our Limitless Camping and Adventures YouTube channel, and yeah, enjoy. Twilight Cove. Wow. Now they've actually done a reasonable job here. So we camped right up against the cliff edge here, and I'll just do a bit of a low fly in. So they've certainly rendered I guess a sheer edge, but there was no shrubbery, there was no bush down around in here, but we pretty much camped up along that edge there. And where we're sitting at the beach with our four-wheel drives having a cheeky drink, which I'll put up and show you now. that is pretty much down on the beach right in front of me here. We pretty much parked up and had this whole stretch of beach to ourselves. It was absolutely spectacular. Yeah, we're pretty much parked right here. Oh wow! So we're going to get in low. We might even land, and I'll show you some incredible pictures of Twilight Cove down the end here, and it's just jaw-dropping. Oh, we're still flying. Okay, and we're down. Yeah, there's some pretty heavy dune formations through there, so not rendered well in regards to that. Certainly no rocks and stuff like that down the end of Twilight Cove here, but man, that sunset, that is looking amazing. Here we are, Twilight Cove. My goodness. Whoa, it gets a bit boggy there. No way. Is that a thing? Let's get out and have a look. I actually think we got a bit boggy there. All right, let's jump out and have a quick cheeky look. Wow. Man, it felt like we bogged in. What's the water like? Oh, ice cold this time of year. Look at our tire tracks. Oh man, this is cool. Wow, that is so damn cool. Honestly, this game never disappoints. All right, let's get her in the air, and we're going to make our way across Baxter's cliffs down to the Bilbunya dunes. Man, what a journey. So here we are, cruising along Baxter's cliffs, pretty treacherous going, and we'll make our way down just to show you, look, I guess reasonably how well they've done it, considering this isn't, you know, any sort of custom hand-done rendering. It's way better than it was in 2020. This was just a smudge into the ocean in 2020, but we've actually got some, you know, what look like reasonable cliff formations there, and I think doing a reasonable job considering for Baxter's cliffs, but the cliffs certainly don't have trees that thick and dense along them. It's a pretty barren area with nothing probably bigger than your ankle, and you know, once you get inland a bit, you get a bit more shrubbery and trees and stuff, but it's pretty barren, it's pretty sparse, and that is a very, very steep sheer drop, as you'll see from a snippet of the video that I'll put up now. How far we've got until we get to the Bilbunya dunes, the crown jewel of this trip, without a shadow of a doubt, in Microsoft 2024 anyway. I'd have to say Twilight Cove was the crown jewel in real life, but Bilbunya dunes in Flight Sim 2024 blows my mind. It is rendered so well. So do yourselves a favour. I'll put some coordinates to some of this stuff in the description, and hopefully you'll be able to find it from the maps I've put up and stuff. But go for a fly in 2024 around the Bilbunya dunes. You will be impressed. It is absolutely breathtaking. And I'll show some video in a minute of where we were standing down here, and it was really cool this particular time of year. I'm pretty sure it's when the salmon are spawning, and I think it's salmon sperm, but there was basically this pink hue to the sand, and it was washing up on the beach, and it was just, man, it was such an incredible thing to come across. And we spent the afternoon down on the beach here, 4-wheel drives parked up, and having a few cheeky beers and a bourbon and coke. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so it's a pretty sheer drop right here, and you can't really go much further, as you've seen from the video. But we're making our way down now to the Bilbunya dunes, which are just in front of us there, the dunes. But I think we can pretty much see in the distance there, we can see the dune formation approaching. Even what they've done down to my left here with the coast looks really, really cool. Oh, this is awesome. Man, this is so cool. I guess that might be accurate where there's the water there. We've been around the back section of the start of the dunes here, and there's not water there, but we're going at times of the year where it's not really pouring down a lot, and it did look like sections where it could have potentially flooded and been somewhat of a sort of a coastal lake behind the dunes. But this is it is the largest dune formation in the southern hemisphere in Western Australia, and I think at its highest peak 100 metres. And we put the drone in the air and flew around the dunes and four-wheel drived into them, and wow, absolutely spectacular. And on a previous trip, I actually drove my old four-wheel drive I had all the way to the very top of the dunes, and I'll put a photograph up for everyone to see now. And wow, what a buzz, man. If you zoom in on that picture, you can see everyone just looks like little specks, and it's just absolutely incredible. But here we go, the Bilbunya dunes in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Oh man, and this isn't, I don't think this is any handcrafted stuff. This is just what they're doing with the magic that's Microsoft. I know lots of people complain FS2024 has been a bit of a mess, and it has. There's no getting around it, but I guess I feel a bit selfish because for the kind of flying that I do, it is just delivering in spades. I'm having the coolest time in this game. Here we go, Bilbunya. Wow, man. So this was pretty much a 7-day trip, 5 days, 7 day. We spent probably 3 days off grid with no comms at all. We had no mobile phone reception. We had absolutely nothing. And yeah, it really does give you a sense of the remoteness of Australia being out here. But would you get a load of this? Oh man, this is too cool. We are going to get out on foot for sure, and maybe climb up to the top of one of these. Wow, 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 this is breathtaking. Oh my goodness. They've really done it well. They've done the sense of scale well. It was pretty much at the back of this one here, or similar to this that I drove up. Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This is spectacular. Man, that is just beautiful. All right, let's see if we can get it down somewhere. Right, we'll go half flaps. Might just try and bring her in alongside it there. We've got full flaps, we'll really slow her in for this one. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm at the Bilbunya Dunes. This is crazy. Oh, we might get air off that. Oh, 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 oh. Can we get her up the top there? I think we'll be pushing it to get it up there. Let's see what we can do. Driving the plane up the dunes. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get her up there. I don't know if this Lynn's got enough juice. Should have brought Draco. Come on, girl. Going up the dune. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on. To the top. Oh my God, we're going to make it. I don't believe it. We're actually going up. Oh, wow. Whoa. We'll end up taking flight if I'm not careful. Almost there. We'll keep going. See if we can get it right up to the top. Man, this will make a cool photo. Oh my God, we're going to make it. Come on. Oh, wow. No way. I cannot believe... I can't believe we did that. Oh my goodness. Wow. People, we have arrived. Let's jump out. Oh, no way. This is epic. Oh my God. Look at the sense of scale. Wow. Oh, this is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. Oh, man. Wow. Well, here we are, everyone. The Bilbunya Dunes, Western Australia, down south, the largest dune formation in the Southern Hemisphere. It's about 6 o'clock of an evening. We've made it all the way in the Zlin. Doesn't get any better than this. Oh man, I might get her in the air, go for a bit more of an adventure around the dunes, and we'll run this one out with a bit of video at the end of us making our way back, stopping at a salt flat for the night, and adventuring into Esperance actually, and some of the amazing beaches through there. And you know the drill, like and subscribe, share this with all your crazy friends, and I will see you in the next video.
Stepping into the fold.
Look at them wheel marks.
Staring at the unknown. It's got a way of showing us where we need to go. Walking into the sea, staying light on your feet. It's got a way of showing up in our dreams. I'm gonna make it somehow, past the fire, past the sounds. Moonshine through the clouds, saddle up, 'cause there's no stopping me now. No stopping me. No stopping me now. I look around for the cars, head down when I cross. It's got a way of knowing us when we think we're lost. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter anyway. We're on the track, moving fast with a bucket of faith.